Hi, I'm going to show you how to code the data in the Excel sheet. So what I'm doing today is to use Cinderella's questionnaire data, and I'm going to do it step by step. So the first thing to do is to change all the responses in the Excel sheet, which comes from the Google form, into numbers. So on the left-hand side, you can see the Excel sheet, and the right-hand side, you can see the questionnaire. So the first thing we do is, let's look at question 1, gender. And we need to put the codes here to help ourselves. Gender, 1 for female, 2 for male. So what we do is we select the whole set of data here, and we do replace. We are replacing female with 1, all of it. All right, replaced. We are replacing male with 2. Okay, so we are done with the gender. Next, we go to age. So in the questionnaire, there were a few options given, as you can see here. Okay, for age, we have to put the code on top so that we remember when we write up the results. 1 for 18 to 19 years old, 2 for 20 to 29, 3 for 30 to 39, 4 for 40 to 49, 5 for 50 to 59, 6 for above 60. So we put the code on top there. Now, in the same way, we are going to select everything here, the 103 respondents, and we will code the results for age in the same way. We are going to replace age 18 to 19 years old. You have to type in exactly the same way, otherwise it will not recognize it. So this will be 1. Let's replace it. 3 replacements. Next would be 20 to 29. And we are going to replace it with 2. Done. The next one is 30 to 39 will be coded as 3. 40 to 49 will be coded as 4. 50 to 59 will be coded as 5. Did not find any. Okay, there were no such older participants. 60 years old and above will be coded as 6. Also no such older participants. So, oh, there is 1, but somehow it is not recorded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe because what I type is a bit different. So let me check that everything has been coded for age. Only 1 older participant. The father's ethnic group, as you can see here, Chinese dialect group, mother's ethnic group, marital status, single and married. So what I would do for father's ethnic group and mother's ethnic group, because they are the same responses, so I would do the 2 columns together. But I wonder why the mother ethnic group is not filled in here. Okay, let's see what happened here. A4. What happened to A3? A4. A5. Okay, we will skip that. There seems to be some problems. Not everything is picked up. It does not appear inside here. Okay, for marital status, we will code it as 1 single, 2 married, 3 divorced or widowed. Let's see what else is down here. All right, that's all, 1, 2, and 3. So in the same way, we will do the coding. So let's select all the respondents. And we will do replace. So single will be 1. Replace all. Married will be 2. Replace all. This divorce, widowed, and widower, I better copy, otherwise it will not detect it. Let me see. That will be 3. 1 replacement. So that is done for marital status. Then there is, if you are, question 7, if you are married, what is your wife's or husband's ethnic or Chinese dialect group? We have different responses for Hokkien and Bitayu and Fuchao and so on. I will not do that now. What I actually wanted to do was, from the father's ethnic group and the mother's ethnic group earlier, I would make a new column and indicate whether they are from mixed marriage or not, and whether the spouse and themselves are from different ethnic groups. I will also add an extra column, but apparently the data for mother's ethnic group is missing. So that one, I will settle the problem later. The religion, you will code in the same way. Job is open-ended questions. We will not code because people write different kinds of responses. But the household income, we need to code that because we are going to use it together with the education level to get an indication of the socio-economic status. So let's look at item 10 on household income. So we will put the code on top here. You must always do that so that you remember. 1 less than 2,000, 2 for 2 to 4K. This is simplified so that you know, we ourselves know. 3 for 4 to 6K, 4 for 6 to 8K, 5 for 8 to 10K, 6 for 10 to 12K, and 7 for above 12K in monthly income. So now we will select this and code it. Yes, this is slow, but it's got to be done. And the Google form has already done so much of the job for us that we don't have to key in. So we have to do this patiently and get it done correctly, because after that, the analysis is very easy. Less than 2,000, actually there are respondents I can see, but maybe the way I type it is different. So let's just copy from the Google form in. Yeah, there are 55. So I better just copy from here, because the spacing and so on will also make the computer be not able to detect it correctly. Replace. Next one is the code for 4 to 6K will be code number 3. So there are 8 who earn 4,000 to 5,999. The next one is code for number 4, 6 to 7,999. 3, and then we have the next one is code 5, and then code number 6 for income of 10 to 12K. Then we have income of 12K and above, that would be 7. All right, 2 persons. So we are done with the household income. Just to check, make sure everything has been coded. Yes. Next, we go to degree. Okay, I'm just checking. That is the last of our demographic variables. These are the description of the participants, which you will put into chapter 3, the section on participants. These are not considered results because these are just demographic variables. So over here, we will see the item. Yeah, I forgot. I should put the coding on top here. For education, 1 for primary 6 and below, 2 for form 3, 3 form 5, 4 form 6 or matriculation, 5 diploma, 6 degree or higher. Okay, so we must remember this. So let's do this now. Select all the respondents and in the same way do a replace. So we start with primary 6 or lower. That would be 1. Replace with 1. 2 replaced. Next will be form 3. That will be coded as 2. Form 5 coded as 3. Make sure you get the numbers remembered correctly. Form 6 or matriculation, that will be coded as 4. If you make mistakes, you just undo it quickly. Diploma will be 5. Of course, you must save the original document and then work on this so that you always have the original document that is undisturbed in case you make mistakes. Last one is degree and higher. There are 67. So I believe everything has been replaced. Oh, there is a form 6 or matriculation that is not detected. There is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just the spacing when we type in the Google form and when I type it just now. Oh, there's quite many, so I would select them all and do that again. I will copy from this side now to get the correct one. So that will be coded as 4. So I must always check. This is coded as 4. Replace all. Okay, 15. This was missed just now. All right, this is done. Now we move on to all these. You can see that all these are numbers, so we can select the whole lot because all of them are agree and disagree responses. It is helpful if we are able to use the same kind of options. It's also for convenience. You see later I can select the whole lot, 103 respondents all the way until the end, and I only need, hang on, need to do one replacement. Let's see what else at the back. Those are the languages used, so no more 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, there are some more 1, 2, 3. So it can detect all the 1, 2, 3s, I think. So we can select them all until this. Now, make sure we code correctly. Oh, sorry, we don't need coding because they're already in the form of numbers. Yeah, so our job is done already. All right, in terms of coding. So now I will save this. The rest that are not coded, I will do it at another time. But what I want to show you next is how to make the Excel work for you and count how many of the different groups of people. So for this, we actually use the function. We can close the other document here because I don't think we need the questionnaire anymore. Okay, we can minimize this. We can expand this. All right, so now you look at the menu up there. We are going to choose the data, no, formula, okay, formula, more functions, statistical, go down and get count if. I'm going to teach you how to make the Excel calculate the number of male and female respondents. So column C, so C2 to C103. And why? Because the first row was for all the details of the codes, and there are 103 respondents, so it should be C2 to C104, and the criteria is 1, because we want to count the female first, sorry, 1. And it will key in the data for you here. 70. Oh, I didn't want to put it here, accidentally put here. Let me move over here. So 1, there are 70. So let's count 2. What I normally do is like this. I will copy the formula, put it into the next box, and then I will change that 1 to 2, because 2 signifies male, and it can count it. There are 33, and we know the total is 103. Now, when you are going down, you have to copy and paste slowly. There is no shortcut. But once you have done it, you can pull it across right until the end of the Excel sheet, and it will count all the ones. All right, I think, see whether how far it goes. I think it ends here. Okay, we can end something like here, CB. Although later I might want to code more, so I will put it longer until the end of the data. All right, then we go back and pull the other one, counting of 2s. So it goes towards the end. This will also count the strongly agree and disagree. The 1, 2, 3, they are used for that. Okay, we finish with this here, CF. All right, you must remember for educational level and something else just now, we went all the way up to 7. So we have to do count if until 7. So we copy the formula, put it here, put more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm going to change the 3 here. This 2 needs to be changed to 3. This next one needs to be changed to 4. Next one needs to be changed to 5. Next one needs to be changed to 6. And the next one needs to be changed to 7. So far, I only used up to 7. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag it across. Yes, like male and female, we only use 1 and 2. It's okay. When you count 0, you know that there are no more data. So I will do this for 4 now. And you know, for strongly and agree and disagree, you can stop at 5. But for the demographic variables, just now it went all the way up to 7. So let's just pull until we have reached the end of the row. So 6 and 7, I don't need to pull all the way to that side. I only put until the end of the demographic variable, which is L. All right. And the last one, 7, also will end here. Okay, so you've got the count if done. Let's save this. And now I'll teach you. I put here, this is, you always need to write things down. Count if 1, count if 2, if 3, if 4, if 5, if 6, if 7. You cannot leave it to your memory to remember. After that, you don't remember. Now we're going to do the average. And we may need to do standard deviation, because average means mean. So average, we go to the functions, up there, go statistical, and just take average. Average, we are going to do just now, well, it's not applicable to gender and female, but it's applicable to the strongly agree and disagree. For the age, average is important. We do want to report the average age. So let's just pull from the beginning to the end. So it is from C2 to C104. And that's all you need, because we're not asking it to count if. Now this average here, it has many decimal places. We can reduce that later. Let's just pull it across. why do I want to do average for the strongly disagree and agree? Well, I want to know what is the average responses of the people to the questions. Let's say I love my mother tongue, you know, what is the average response? Let's check some of the responses. Yes, we got all those. I will reduce the decimal place after this. Let's do standard deviation. Go to formula, more functions, statistical, go down and look for standard deviation, STD, def, standard deviation. I will just put standard deviation S for the sample. Number, again, I will do, C2 to C104. And it will calculate. I'm putting it in the wrong place. This should be called average. My cursor should be in the correct place. Sorry, let's retract. Go back to function, statistical, look for standard deviation. C2 to C104. Okay, I've got the standard deviation. So how do we interpret the results? If the average is 1.3 and the standard deviation is almost 0.5, it means that the average, I mean, this one is gender, so not so applicable. Let's talk about, let me pull this first and I'll explain to you how you interpret the results for the Likert scale items. All right, let's take one of the Likert scale items. All right, this one. I feel superior to others when I speak Mandarin. So the average is 3.3. It is in the middle because we use a scale of 1 to 5. So it's in the middle, 3.3, a little bit on the positive side. We will say slightly positive attitudes on this. Then the standard deviation is 1.2. That means it's 3.3 plus 1.2, which is 4 point something. 3.3 minus 1.2, which is 2 point something. So there is quite a bit of variation among the people's responses. They are different answers that they give to whether they feel superior to others when they speak Mandarin. There is more variability. Certain items have less variability. Like you can see one here, I feel proud because I can speak Mandarin is 0.8 something. So it is less, people are more homogeneous, they have the same opinion. Now, what we need to do is we need to reduce the decimal place. We don't need so many decimal places. Let's just settle for 2 decimal places. I think that should be enough. So we go to file. No, sorry, not file. We go to home. And you can see here number reduce. Let me check whether this is reducing or increasing the decimal places. Okay, reduce. Yes, it's reducing. Reduce to 2 decimal places. I think that should be fine. Let me save that. So I've taught you to count so that you have the frequency table. I've taught you to use average and standard deviation. Of course, you can go on and make the Excel sheet, do t-test when you compare 2 groups. But for that one, you need to sort the data, or you can make it do correlation to correlate certain responses to income level and so on. So that will be another a more advanced use of the Excel. So as far as this purpose of coding the Excel sheet and reporting frequency table, I think I have taught you enough, and I hope you are able to use this.